Welcome to another episode of Journal Entry. And this is the Labor Day edition. Hopefully, everybody's having a good time getting your build on or just spending time outdoors with family and friends. And this week, I think I'm going to label it my bounce back week. Last week is a little bit of a depressing in the journal entry, but this is my time to just kind of talk through like what's going on in real life, my brick life, and all the craziness going on all the time. And what am I building? What am I doing? And whatever folks want to discuss. So make sure in the comments, throw out whatever you want to talk about. Whether it's about cleaning things up, life, whatever. I'm open game. And this week I just want to really thank everybody. Big shout out to Slippery Bricks, Open Build Repeat, Builder Buds. You guys are amazing. Also this week, a lot of other folks. Will. He's also great. He talked a lot about how he does with his instruction booklets. I think multiple times. So I appreciate him chiming in. Thanks to everybody else who subscribed. We have a lot of new subscribers this last week, so thank you so much for joining me on my journey of the brick. So let's get into a couple things that happened. So last week, again, as I was talking about this being a bounce back week, I will say as the week goes on, obviously we missed the little doggy around here, but every day that goes by, it gets a little bit better. And so while there wasn't really an amazing array of content last week, kind of slowed things down because of all the stuff kind of going on. At the end of the day, last week I released a review. I did my Mercari haul. Next week, I should follow a pretty similar trajectory, even though it's the Labor Day holiday. Of course, there's a little bit of this, which I won't reveal, but I did make it over. Although, which is crazy, I had a prepaid gift card, but they wouldn't accept it, so I kind of had to pay with my normal credit card. So hopefully I don't get in trouble doing that, which that was kind of funny. So I guess the prepaid cards you have to use online, I don't know. Sometimes those are hard to use online because you can't necessarily, you almost have to call them in sometimes because you have to, a lot of times if there's only like $23 left, like what if the item's $24? Like what do you do? So like it just becomes a pain to use them. So that was the only weird thing that happened. Ultimately, had just a really crazy, busy week in terms of work. But other than that, I kind of feel like things were getting organized. I kind of did the video for the Lego instruction booklet mainly because I was cleaning all of that out, and I feel like it's slowly getting more organized. I still have kind of a mess right here. Once that's cleared off, I feel like I'm going to go into build mode, especially with the NFL coming very, very soon. The other thing that happened last week, and I didn't really mention this in last week's episode, was that I hit over 200 subscribers, which is pretty fun. And I think even I think I'm somewhere in the neighborhood of just shy of 1,000 consecutive 1,000 hours in terms of like being able to monetize. Again, I don't really care ultimately, but it is fun to have that. It's good to have goals. And I guess at some point it'd be kind of fun to have 1,000 followers and 4,000 listening hours, which I don't think will be a problem because if I do the math of 5 times the number of followers and get to 1,000, and then 5 times the amount of watch, then I don't think it'll be. I mean, obviously you can't expect the same people to be watching the same amount, but even if it's 80%, I think I would blow the 4,000 hours away. So yeah, I mean, it's definitely possible. It's part of the grind. I've noticed a lot of channels are starting to creep into that 1,000 mark. I think anybody who just kind of stays at it and is a fun participant in the community can hit 1,000 over time. It may just take a couple years to grind away. So, and with that too, what else? I knew there was something that I'm missing. Instagram is going well. I missed a couple photos this last week, make sure to follow me on Instagram. I love following others and kind of keeping up. That's the easiest way to reach me if you need to. But other than that, I think. What else was there last week? Why am I drawing a blank? I know a couple big things that I did this week that were a lot of fun. One, and I talked a little bit about this, was that House of Dragon started. So it's episode 2. I kind of feel like they're kind of world building. There's going to be probably something shocking, I'm assuming, happening. They kind of very similar to the original Game of Thrones, where they kind of needed to reset and shock everybody to show like, hey, this is Game of Thrones, we're willing to destroy everything, kind of thing. So I kind of feel like that's coming. They're kind of world building. It's very interesting. They kind of drop hints of things that may have happened like far in the future, which of course we know what happens in Game of Thrones. So this being the prequel, I don't know, it's been kind of fun to see. I mean, at some point, I'm assuming they get to the point where they need to be where they can do the Mad King. I feel like the Mad King era is where all the fans want to see, kind of like the Clone Wars. I feel like the Clone Wars and Star Wars, everybody wanted to see that. So House of Dragon, and then the really funny thing that I did this week was watch the movie Willow with my son. He fell asleep halfway through, but that was really interesting. And I think the new version, or I don't know if it's a sequel or what it is for Willow, but that's coming in November on HBO Max. So looking forward to that. There's a lot to look forward to. I know on Amazon, the Lord of the Rings series, I think, dropped. I haven't started watching that yet. We've got Willow, we've got Andor, we've got Mandalorian coming. It's going to be football season is upon us. So let's call this the bounce back fall season. Yeah, it's going to be awesome. So thanks for jumping on with me during this fun journey back to having fun in fall and football and building. It's that's what it's all about. So with that, that's all for this episode. Pretty nice and easy, fun week. The bounce back week. That's what it is. So thanks for joining. We'll catch you next week. Bye for now.